Hey guys, Steph here from Supernova Lighting. Today I'm going to show you our fast fit harness and how easy it is to install. Alrighty, so we have our demo headlight set up, we've connected our driving light, and I'm going to show you how the high beam trigger works. So now that everything's connected, we can turn on our driving light, and if we activate our high beams, the driving light will turn on. If we're coming into the city and we don't want to run our driving light, we can flick this switch off and we still have full headlight high beam function. This is also super helpful if we're running multiple lights. We've got light bars, driving lights and work lights, and we maybe don't want to run them all at the same time. We can choose from our in-cab switch which ones we activate and which ones we don't. This also keeps us ADR compliant on the roads. It ensures that when we dip our headlights for oncoming traffic, our driving lights are going to come off as well. The harness has 6 main components and is installed with 4 simple steps. The 6 components are the ring terminals to go to the battery, the fuse, the relay, the 2 Deutsch output connectors, the in-cabin switch, and the high beam trigger plug. First, we're going to connect the Deutsch connectors to the plug in the back of the driving lights. Next, we're going to connect our high beam trigger to the back of the headlight. Then we're going to run our in-cab switch through the firewall to within the driver's reach. And lastly, we're going to connect the ring terminals to the battery for power. Connecting your lights is literally plug and play. If you want to chop off the Deutsch plugs and hardwire them, you can do that. They're your lights and that won't void your warranty. Included in your fast fit wiring harness, we have 2 high beam piggyback adapters for your H4 and your HB3, which are both halogen globes, and they'll do most 4-wheel drives up until about 2015. After that, we're looking at vehicle specific adapters for LED headlights. But for this purpose, we're going to connect the wiring harness up into the high beam trigger of the back of this N80 Hilux. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the H4 adapter and we're going to plug it into the back of the wiring harness here. Then what we're going to do is disconnect the power from the headlight, connect the power to the headlight to one side of the piggyback adapter, and then finally connect the piggyback adapter into the back of the headlight. And here we are, we've completed the circuit from the fast fit harness down to the end of the high beam trigger. If your car's a little bit newer, there's a really good chance that they won't take a H4 or a HB3, but that's okay because we have a range of vehicle-specific adapters. So jump online, see which adapter you need for your vehicle, and if you're not too sure, give our team a call and we'll be able to help you out. Mounting the in-cab switch is now even easier. There is no need to disconnect the pins at the back of the switch. All you need to do is unscrew here and unplug this waterproof plug. Then route this small plug through the grommet of the firewall. Once through, you can reconnect the pins like so. Screw this back on together and mount your switch. To finalize the power setup, we want to secure the ring terminals to the battery. It's important to note here that we have our fuse, which is inside our waterproof case, and we want to make sure that that is nice and secure. And lastly, we need to find a spot to mount the relay inside the engine bay.